for one example, in the desert section, there's a town called Tehachapi, which is after this very difficult section of desert. Very hot. There's like no shade, hardly very little water, and it was a really, really, really hard day. And then the next day I said, oh my God, I have to do this again today. Like yesterday was so hard. I have to do it again today. And it was a shorter section to get to this road, which goes to the town Tehachapi, right? And the town actually has an old, like an abandoned airport, which has turned into a campground, right? So you can camp at this campground for like $8 a night or something like that. And some of the other hikers wanted to stay at this campground, you know, because it was so cheap, right? But for me, man, this desert section, it was so hard. It was like the most difficult 2 days, like, of my life almost. And I was like, I am not staying at the campground. Like, I want a hotel, I want a bed, I want a shower.
Right.
And I did have a hiking partner at that time, and she was also on a budget. And I was like, look, I'm going to stay at the hotel no matter what. So you can come with me and stay in the hotel or not. It's up to you. I told her she didn't even have to pay for it because I was going to do it no matter what.
Right.
And I didn't want her to feel like she couldn't afford even half of the hotel room because she wanted to pay the $8 a night. And I was glad that I was in that situation, that I could, you know, if I had a really hard couple days, that I could just stay in a hotel, you know, and didn't need to worry about, didn't need to stay in the airport, old airport, after having some really, really hard hiking through this really hot desert, and then go and camp in an airport. I was not
That's hard.
happy about that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would probably do the same.
Right.
But you know, $8 actually. You said it's quite cheap, but actually maybe it's just I'm from Asia, so it doesn't sound that cheap. What does it include? What do you pay for?
At that, I didn't actually ever see that campground, so I'm not really sure. But I would say if it was a campground that only cost $8 a night, in California, that's very cheap. So I would say it's probably a campground that's more primitive, that maybe has like some water pipes and maybe like a big central area with maybe bathrooms or something like that. And then you just bring your tent and set up your tent wherever. But I would say that for most campgrounds, maybe something more like $15, $20 a night is more common, especially if it's a campground that has like nicer facilities, that has like showers and picnic areas, maybe like picnic tables with roofs over it for rain or shade or whatever. So I would guess if it was like an $8 or $10 campsite, it was probably it didn't have so many facilities. Yeah.
I see. So $15 to $20 is an average price for running water, toilet, shower, and maybe a picnic area.
Yeah, I would say in the U.S. that's probably a good estimate. Now that's if you are tent camping. If you are in an RV, like I don't know what it's called in other countries. In German, it's called a Wohnwagen. Like
camper van.
Yeah, like a camper van. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in a camper van, of course, you have to pay more because you might need electrical hookup or you might need like the sewer hookup. But if you're in a tent, yeah, I think $15, $20.
For full episodes, go to solopacker.com.